I stand with Totally Not Mark. Yesterday it came to my attention that there is a specific content creator named Totally Not Mark that seems to mostly cover Naruto, Dragon Ball Z, One Piece related stuff, recently posted a video discussing the fact that they have been hit by, I think it was 155 copyright claims, all pretty much in a succession over a period of time. And while I don't know Totally Not Mark, while they cover pretty much the same thing I do, which is anime, but from a different angle, it is interesting that even despite that, we have one major connection: being abused by the content ID system of YouTube. And for a while now, after dealing with some live streaming on Twitch and dealing with their copyright system, I've been wanting to do a video talking about content ID and copyright and how these companies handle it, but I think now more than ever, it's a time to discuss it. And while it's unfortunate that Totally Not Mark is having to be the front runner to deal with this, I think this exposes a big issue. And it's good that a lot of people are starting to take note of this. A lot of big content creators are shining a light on this system. But I think the thing that I want to let people know the most in my video, whether it gets traction or not, I'm hoping that it will get some traction due to this being a big button topic, not for my own gain, but specifically because I want this to not be about Toei. This is not about Toei. It's never been about Toei. Yes, this is a lot of content that he's getting claimed by Toei specifically, but the problem that I'm seeing right now is that if Toei responds and fixes the situation, it won't fix the overall issue. Yes, Totally Not Mark will be saved. He'll get his content back. I think that's fantastic. I really do wish him the best, and I hope that this gets resolved so they personally can get back on track. But I don't want it to be swept under the rug after that, because this isn't a Toei problem. I've never personally experienced issues with Toei specifically. That's because I don't cover Dragon Ball exclusively. I don't cover One Piece. I cover a slew of shows every season, and there's multiple companies that do this. It isn't just Toei. Back when The Promised Neverland was airing, we received a copyright claim from Sony Music Japan, and we could do nothing about it. We disputed the claim, and they struck our channel. This was a video that was just me on camera with screenshots in the corner of the screen. Screenshots. Back 3 months ago when I was covering Sunny Boy, Episode 10, again, screenshots on my video with me talking. You can't get more transformative than that. It was discussing the content of the show. It was completely within fair use. But what happened? There was no disputing. It was an immediate strike. There was no question. I didn't even get to respond at all. It was an immediate strike. And while thankfully Totally Not Mark can dispute them all the way to the point of claiming that they will go to court for it, I can't do that. I'm way too small of a channel. I do not have the fundings for a lawyer to fight for a single video. So what's my choice? I can't fight it. I receive the strike and I bow down to the system. So again, the thing I want to press here is this is not a Toei issue. First and foremost, it's a copyright system issue within YouTube. YouTube gives copyright holders way too much control. And with that control comes abuse. And they might not be doing it maliciously, but they're doing it. Secondly, this is an issue with people that don't understand technology, don't understand YouTube, that are using the system and not realizing they're damaging people. They're damaging lives. They're damaging livelihood. YouTube, when it started, was all about content creators. It brought people in and said, make videos on our system. We make money together. We're all happy. At some point, the courts came after them, and their decision wasn't to try to go, okay, let's find a happy medium. Their decision was, we don't want to get involved. Here's all the tools, copyright holders. Do whatever you want. Destroy our content creators. We don't want to get involved. And that was the first mistake. As I said earlier, I went and did some live streaming on Twitch for a little bit, and something really great happened there. I realized just how much better Twitch handles copyright claims than YouTube. I streamed Tales of Arise, and in the intro, there was a music video. Now, when it was on Twitch, what happened? The content ID acknowledged that that song is there, and they muted that section, and that was it. That was all that happened. It muted the video, and it told me, and that was it. I got no strike. I got no threatening emails, nothing. Twitch seen it, muted it, and said, so you know, move on. Nothing else happened. And what's sad is that I wanted to move those videos over to YouTube so that I can archive it here. And what happened? Immediately, I got an email saying your stuff has copyrighted material in it. It has been claimed. Boom, that was it. The difference there is that in Twitch, they were going to the content creator and saying, You have a problem here. We covered it up. Don't worry about it. Whereas on YouTube side, they contact the company and say, what do you want to do? They're doing something bad. And then they go, okay, we'll claim it. Okay, well, and then they come to me and say, oh yeah, by the way, it's been claimed. There's a stark difference there. It's the difference between respecting your content creators. Now, I'm sure Twitch does a lot of bad things with their content creators. Don't get me wrong. I'm just saying on this subject, they put content creator first. And on YouTube, it's copyright holder first. Let's face it. Copyright holders have zero risk in this whole system. And when your entire platform is built on the content creators and not the copyright holders, Toei is not putting their content on here. Totally Not Mark is. Totally Not Mark is talking about that product. Sochiko is not talking about Sunny Boy. Sochiko is not putting Sunny Boy on their platform. I'm talking about their product. I'm telling people about the show. Heck, I had comments about people saying, thank you for explaining the show because I don't understand what's happening, but I want to keep watching. I was there talking about the show. My content was totally about me talking about it. It wasn't about showing the show. But one screenshot gives them full rights to my video and destroys my channel. Sony Music Japan is not putting Promised Neverland on YouTube. I'm on there talking about it. Because one screenshot, Sony Music Japan takes control of it. It's Sony Music Japan's video now, and I am losing my channel over it. This isn't a good system. It's never been a good system. It puts too much control into the hands of people who don't understand technology or want to abuse it in order to make money. And the people caught in the middle is the content creators who are just trying to make a living on this platform and want to spread the love. Again, I don't know Totally Not Mark, but it broke my heart realizing how similar we are. I love anime. I love talking about it. I love telling people about it. But yet the companies that I'm trying to put on a pedestal, the companies that I'm saying watch their shows, make them money, I love this industry, please support it, is now turning around and using a broken system by YouTube to harm me. I was shattered when my Promised Neverland video was struck. I was broken when I got a strike for Sunny Boy. This is sad, and this system is broken, and it needs to be fixed. At the very least, a dialogue needs to be created before any action is taken. Totally Not Mark is in the same position. He loves Dragon Ball. He loves One Piece, and he wants to tell people about it. He wants to celebrate it and do creative things with it. But here he is, his entire livelihood, the thing he's built for so many years is at risk. But again, I don't want to make it about Toei. It's never been about Toei. Because even if you do stand in solidarity and walk away from Dragon Ball, what are you going to cover? You want to cover Sunny Boy? Have fun with Shochiku. Do you want to step away and talk about Promised Neverland? Have fun with Sony Music Japan. This is a system problem. And yes, you could probably claim it's an anime industry problem. They don't understand the system and they're abusing it, and YouTube allows it. And I think the other thing that scares me the most about this whole situation is, as I mentioned before, I wanted to put video content on my videos, and I knew it was going to be a problem. I did a video one time where I had PVs for anime in our preview video, and it got claimed. So I knew when I went to do this full time this year, I wasn't going to use any footage. Instead, I chose to do screenshots, thinking to myself, there's no way they would claim screenshots on the corner of my video. And guess what? I got claimed. And guess what? I got immediate strike without even disputing it. And yet, Totally Not Mark is talking about videos where all they have in it is them drawing. That's scary. That is extremely scary. Because probably a title, that's scary. I think of anything in Totally Not Mark's video, that terrified me. And it was sad because when I first started watching Totally Not Mark's video, my immediate response was, well, you had clips in your video. You were asking for it. But again, that's me accepting what's broken. This is fair use. This is transformative, and it should be allowed. But me personally, I've already given, and so I stepped away from videos assuming that it's not allowed when it should be allowed. Well, as he mentioned, Stephen Colbert has a bunch of footage in their YouTube channel of Dragon Ball. While people with multi-million subscribers somehow get away with it all the time, I'm afraid of it, and I've skipped it. And I've walked away from it, and I've chosen personally to avoid it because I know I can't fight it. It's a sad state. And I do hope that some change comes from this. Like I said, I'm happy to see that a lot of people are taking note of it. Big content creators are creating videos on this because it needs to be heard. But again, my final statement here, I want to make sure people know this is not about Toei. This is about the content ID system and how copyright claims are handled. Please don't let it just end with Toei. This needs to be heard. Do not let it be about Toei. But with that said, that's my thoughts on this whole situation. I hope that you guys will support Totally Not Mark. Get the word out there. Again, let people know, let YouTube know. Like I said before, I hope that Toei removes this immediately. The quick fix is that these claims get removed. The bigger picture is that YouTube changes their policy on this stuff and gives control back to the content creators. The risk of having episode 250 of Dragon Ball on YouTube is not as great as losing content creators. YouTube needs to help their content creators. But I hope you guys will support the content creators, get the message out there, and I thank you all for watching this, and y'all take care.